Dan Sheehan comes on and scores a hat-trick to help Leinster convincingly beat Ulster at the Aviva. A spirited effort from Ulster, but regardless of who's in front of them right now, Leinster are just too good. Before we get into it, let me know in the comments who played well for you, who was your man of the match. What do you think of Ulster's performance? What do you think of Leinster's performance? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So, as you can see, not in the usual studio setup. I'm on holiday, but still got to get reviews out. Still got to get the content out because I do love it that much. And what a game this was. Back in the URC, Leinster just flexing their muscles with pretty much a second/third string side. Can still go on to put 41 points on Ulster. Too good, man. So we'll get straight into it. We'll stick on Leinster first. Frantic start, like got through a ton of phases, left to right, like showing their options or throwing some shape in as well. But you can definitely see that this is a second or third string squad, as I felt like the timing was a bit off. Players running from depth were maybe a bit too shallow. The passes weren't really sticking. So it was a bit stop-start on the attacking side for Leinster, but as they got into the flow of it, as they got into the game, it just got better and better and better. And it was at the end of it, their attack was flowing, their defense was flowing, and it was fantastic. I thought Ulster was really good defensively, the opening kind of quarter, but man, when this Leinster side gets going, they're really, really hard to stop. Lovely set up or lovely start or way to kick off their try scoring or their point scoring for this game. Tommy O'Brien, he ended up getting man of the match. He was fantastic. He's the skill to set up that first try for himself. Fantastic. So what I loved about it was the setup before kind of making contact in the midfield, getting way over that vantage line. And when you do make contact there, Lava, then it kind of opens your play. So you're in the midfield, it opens your attack massively because you can now attack from both sides of the ruck. Defensively, you're like, which side are they going to go? We're on the back foot here. We're still chasing our tail. We need to get our defense set, and that ball is out. And what they did well is they got over that vantage line massively here in the midfield, and that they shifted that ball straight away. And I love that. You get good quick ball, send it, because that defense is still trying to set. They're not even getting up off the line. And you already shifted the ball out the wide. So they found the space out wide. Tommy O'Brien, the chip and chase. Lovely, lovely execution on that, and fantastic. And I said a lot of times when you turn the ball over to shift the point of contact, but also if you get a good front foot ball, you're over the ad line, defenses are still on the back foot, shift that ball, man. The space is always going to be a little bit wider because the defense gets set, right? Or they're not even set. You've made meters. The first places they're going to set is right near the ruck. So there's no point trying to hit someone short there. Shift that ball wide because that's where the space is definitely going to be. While they were warming into their attack and getting their shape going, I think timing was the big thing on it. While that was happening throughout the game, Leinster's forwards were still getting stuck in just old school piggies, carrying it up the middle, getting involved in the tough stuff, all the contact areas, so carrying the ball, cleaning your ruck. So the ball was very quick. For McCarthy, I think it is, at 9, just the ruck speed was very, very quick. And that was credit to the forwards because they were blasting those rucks, getting good, strong, dominant carries. And then on the other side of the ball, defensively, also getting stuck in, making big, strong tackles. And you love that. If everything else is kind of going to shit, as long as your forwards are doing those tough stuff, getting over the ball, strong carries, dominating the contact area, it makes the rest of the game, it makes everything else a lot easier. Penalty try just before halftime, tough one for Ulster here, but I did love the variation of the lineout. So usually get the lineout drop down and straight into a maul. They, off the top of the maul, threw it to a pod at the front of the lineout and then mauled from there. And I think it was the dragging, pulling down the maul, or he entered illegally or what. Again, it's stuff up front, the dark arts up front that I don't know enough about to comment on, but the ref calls it a penalty try. I feel like Leinster were going to score anyway. applying a ton of pressure on Ulster's try line at that time. Coming into the second half, Leinster come out absolutely firing, man. They come out with a bang. Gary Ringrose scores. It's 12 after 12 phases. So really stretching Ulster's defense across the field, options everywhere. And this is when their attack started flowing a lot better. Guys were running from depth. The timing was on and the passes were sticking. So the passes were out nice in front. The option taking on all their shape, really, really good as well. Osborne would then enter the line and create just that coming from depth, coming around the corner, sometimes coming from depth and creating that last man overlap, and Ringrose goes over untouched. Like I said, it took them a while to get their attack shape flowing, but when it does, very, very hard to stop. I thought their goal line defense was unreal, and there's a few patches there where Ulster were putting a ton of pressure on Leinster's try line, but their defense just body on the line type stuff. And that's what, as a coach, you'd love to see that, because yes, you're scoring tries, your attack is humming, but can you defend your own line as well? Are you going to put your body on the line? Are you going to make those big, strong tackles? And they definitely did here. I thought Soroka really, really good again. Every time I watch him, every time he gets opportunity, just unreal. Very physical. Loves. He's kind of the enforcer whenever he plays, and absolutely loves it. Loves the ball carry. Loves to make strong contact, big tackles as well. And he's got a big engine for him. For the size of him, gets around the park and is very, very strong and good player. I really do like Soroka. Of course, Dan Sheehan comes on and scores. Man, he ends up scoring 3. His first one was probably the best. Wow, the double chip or the chip and then the cross kick. Frawley gets it, little chip over for O'Brien. He gets it, beats 1 or 2 defenders in the middle of the field. Where's the space? Out wide, cross kick, and Dan Sheehan goes over untouched. That was fantastic. But it's just that, like, seeing where the space is, thinking of something that you're going to do, and then executing that as well. Because a lot of players can get the ball there, where Tommy O'Brien got it, in the midfield. Be like, oh, there's no one around me. There's space. There's a player. There's no defenders there. How do I get the ball there? Kick or pass. Pass isn't really an option. Kick. Try and kick it and just executes it to a T. Fantastic. A lot of players would try to pass or just take in contact there, or tried the kick and it would have skewed off the boot, but executed to a T. And man, how iconic is it, Dan Sheehan coming down the touchline to score tries in a Leinster jersey? Iconic. Man, how does anyone compete when you've got a bench like that coming on? So it's Furlong, Porter, Sheehan, Ergis Snyman come on. Although he got injured and went off again, hope he's all right. But still, scary stuff. Prendergast came on as well. Man, too good. Just too clinical, too strong, dominated. Just fantastic. The URC title, for me, is Leinster's to lose. The Champions Cup title is Leinster's to lose. And man, they're humming at the moment. Who stood out? My Leinster fans, Irish fans, who stood out for you in the game for Leinster? Jumping over to Ulster quickly. Defense early on looked good, but just couldn't keep. Like most teams come out firing in the first 15 minutes. It's can you hold on? Because this Leinster team, man, it's buckle up. They taking you for a roller coaster. It's can you hold on type stuff. Hope Mick Lowry, I think it was, who got stretched off. I hope he's all right. That did look. Oh, it's never good when someone gets stretched off. So I hope he's fine. I thought Nick, is it Timony? He was good, really good, strong in contact. He's a big body, made a couple turnovers, loves to carry the ball, and I thought he was really good. He stood out for me for Ulster. I did love the try for Cormac Izzy. The inside ball there, fantastic. He come from the other side of the ruck. No one knew he was there. Run straight through, and he's going to tell everyone he ran 80 meters to score versus Leinster at the Aviva. And you know what? We're going to give it to him. Love to see Cormac Izzy back playing. Obviously, horrendous injury. Was it the back end of last year? So he's back playing again for Ulster. Fantastic. Do love that. And it was also a deserved try for Ulster, because in this game, yes, they got 40 points put on them, but there was a lot of times where they were in it and they were playing well and they never gave up. So it was good. It was definitely a spirited effort, I thought, from Ulster. But man, your spirited is not going to give you 5 points at the end of the game. especially when you play against Leinster, you have to stay spirited at 110% the whole way through for the full 80 minutes and not to be Leinster too strong here. What did you guys think of it? Who was your man of the match? Let me know in the comments. And again, if you're thinking, where's the normal studio? I'm on holidays, man. I'm up the coast, New South Wales, Australia. Lovely weather outside, so I'm recording quickly while everyone's at the beach, and then I'm heading off to the beach. Let me know what you guys thought of the game. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.